who, along with being the pastor of a church in the northern coast of the island of Hawaii, would be the author of the hymn Hawaii Aloha, a hymn that has become the unofficial state anthem for Hawaii. There was no missionary by the name of Abner Hale, nor a Jerusalem Hale. The original mission site was in Kailua Kona and Honolulu, not Lahaina. In case you're wondering about those names, that comes from James Michener's book, Hawaii. I am a big fan of James Michener, but I know that James Michener writes fiction. It may be basis of history, but it is fiction. And worse yet are those whose understanding of Hawaii is based upon not the book, but upon the movie Hawaii. They are both very inaccurate and misleading when it comes to history. The 48-year span of the missionary years, 1820 to 1868, a number of changes took place in the culture of Hawaii. Some of these changes were the direct responsibility of the missionaries. Some had nothing to do with the missionaries. Some of these changes were strongly opposed to by the missionaries. The most important impact the missionaries made in the Hawaiian culture was the introduction of Christianity. I need to introduce to you 4 Hawaiian characters in this part of the drama. Kamehameha II, Ka'ahumanu, Kuriopu'olani, and Chiefess Kapiolani. Kamehameha II is also known as King Leo. He was Kamehameha the Great's oldest child. He was king when the old Hawaiian religion and social code was removed 6 months before the missionaries arrived. Keopu'olani was Leo's birth mother and one of 22 wives of Kamehameha the Great. She would play a major role in the establishment of Christianity, especially on the island of Maui, being the first native Hawaiian baptized. Chiefess Kapiolani was with her husband, the governors of the Big Island of Hawaii. She would openly challenge and confront the kahunas and the worshippers of the goddess Pele. She went to Kilauea volcano, called out and challenged the powers of Pele, and she did not die. She played a major role in the establishment of Christianity on this island where the Reverend Asa Thurston was the original pastor. But no one had more significant role in the establishment of Christianity in the Hawaiian Islands than the Kamehameha the Great's #1 wife, Ka'ahumanu. She played a pivotal role in the Ai Noa, where the kapu against women and men eating together was broken, and with it the unraveling of the kapu law system and the kahuna religion. And again, this was 6 months before the missionaries arrived. For all the purposes, it was a women's liberation movement. She became the foreign minister to the king. When Kamehameha II died, Kamehameha III was still a child. It would be Ka'ahumanu who would become his regent. She was the most powerful person in the early missionary years of Hawaii. While the missionaries were busy learning the Hawaiian language and preaching to small crowds, Ka'ahumanu had a religious experience in the arms of Sybil Bingham. Sometime in 1821, Ka'ahumanu became very ill. We don't know what from. Hiram Bingham in his writings talks about her being deathly ill. She asked Hiram Bingham, could her God save her? Could his God save her? He answered, yes. And it was good that she had that. So she decided to give this new religion a try. But it was mostly due, though, to Sybil Bingham's role in this illness for Ka'ahumanu embracing Christianity. For Sybil nursed Ka'ahumanu through this illness. Treated her with the cold compresses, changed her clothing, fed her, did all the daily necessities of life, all while putting Sybil's health at risk. This left no small impression Maka'ahumanu. And it's from this event that she calls for Hiram to teach her about this God of his. During the 26 years of missionaries, these folks achieved many things that they set out to. They introduced Christianity to Hawaii, created a written Hawaiian language. They brought the first ongoing Western medical care to the islands. They established schools and a foundation for an educational system in the islands. And as in the churches, this was all done in the Hawaiian language. In these schools, they provided educational programs not only for theology, literature, and liberal arts, but also in the sciences and in vocational education. They brought printing to the islands. They assisted